Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having a good, well, not good start to your Sunday, good end to your Sunday. So tomorrow at Market Open, wanted to invite you guys to our live session if you want to tune on in. That's that second link in the description down below. But let's go ahead and jump into NASDAQ. So this is QQQ. I pulled up the NASDAQ futures just so you guys could actually see where they are trading at right now. And they are up 0.07%. So not actually much movement, which is actually quite surprising based off of the momentum that we had ending last week on Friday. For those that are unaware, this is NASDAQ's ETF. It's a 1-for-1 ETF. So when when NASDAQ moves 1%, then so does QQQ. The funny thing is that SPY, which is the S&P 500 ETF, also hit all-time highs. So both indexes, both S&P and NASDAQ, are at all-time highs. And everyone thought, because it was the start of March, that this momentum and this rally was just going to continue. But just like anything, again, pullbacks happen. Pullbacks are not overall corrections. As you can see that, SPY and QQQ have been consistently indicating signs of higher highs and higher lows, right? We do pull on back from time to time to the moving average. And as you can see, we're a little bit on the overbought side. So my little heads up for you guys is, at the end of the day, you guys can do whatever it is that you guys want. But based off of previous highs, and when we end up making new highs, we do end up seeing at signs of resistance. So if we do begin to lack progress beyond this specific level, you can't be surprised if we pull on back just a little bit. We are a little bit on the overbought side. Overbought does not mean that you have to short the NASDAQ market. NASDAQ is still incredibly bullish. It's still trading far above the moving average and continues to show signs of higher highs and higher lows. Going into this week, I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of the series of different economic reports or earning reports that were going to be released. So one of the big ones on Tuesday before the market opens, we have NIO, which is, again, an EV competitor for Tesla. And then we have Target also reporting before the market opens. Other than that, I don't see anything too significant that catches my eye. If there's any of these companies that are reporting earnings that you personally hold, then just make sure that you make a note. I know Costco is a company that, because of how well it trades, it's something that a lot of people pay attention to. Costco has, although it sounds like a very old and outdated company, for those that are unaware, Costco is just like a grocery store, but kind of almost like a wholesale, right? For, I guess, just the average consumer. They have amazing stock performance. As you can see, higher highs, higher lows. It's literally trading, if I'm not mistaken, at all-time highs and continues to indicate signs of an uptrend. So it's going to be really interesting to see if this rally ends or if it continues going into Thursday when it reports after the market closes. Other than that, I wanted to make sure that you guys were also aware of what we have on schedule for the Federal Reserve. So this Tuesday, which is going to be March 5th, we have Michael Barr, who's the vice chair of the Federal Reserve, speaking at both 12 p.m. Eastern Time and 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the big dog, Jerome Powell, make sure you guys make a note of this. This is on Wednesday, March 6th. He's going to be speaking or giving a testimony at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. 10 a.m. Eastern Time is 30 minutes after the market opens, so please make sure that you are aware of that. And then we also have a secondary testimony on Thursday, March 7th, Jerome Powell, who is the head of the Federal Reserve. For those that are unaware of, like, Ricky, why are you talking about Jerome Powell like he's the big guy? Because if anything, right now he is kind of the big guy. I would say that Jerome Powell and what it is that he says about monetary policy is more important than if President Biden were to say something. Jerome Powell is the head of the Federal Reserve, who controls our monetary policy. So therefore, if he hints on, this is the thing, is he doesn't have to say it, but if he hints, or the market believes that he hints on the idea, that his sentiment, that his gestures, if he is hawkish, you'll hear these terms a lot. Hawkish means that he might want to raise rates, which is not very expected for 2024. Or maybe he's dovish. The idea of cutting interest rates in 2024 is expected. But when and how soon? That's the question that everyone is asking right now. That is why there's so much of a focus when it comes down to economic reports as they come out, how the Federal Reserve is going to react. That's all we're paying attention to, because the market is waiting. Is it going to be this month? Is it going to be next month or the month after that the Federal Reserve finally begins to cut interest rates? Remember, 2023 was a really big year for raising interest rates. Now we're looking for 2024 to potentially cut. But based off of our most recent CPI and PPI data report, which is inflation reports on the producer and on the consumer side of things, it didn't necessarily support that inflation was going away or that it was gone. It actually came in higher than what is expected. So it's going to be really interesting to now hear what Jerome Powell has to say, because he is the big dog. He is the head of the Federal Reserve. And depending on the sentiment that he shares with us within those two speeches will give us a better understanding of what we can expect the next time the Federal Reserve Committee meets. So other than that, I hope to see you for tomorrow's live trading session. NASDAQ, again, as of right now, is pretty much break even. So excited to kick off the trading week with all of you guys. And then if you want to tune on into our live session, that's going to be the second link in the description down below. And if you sign up by today with our 50% off discount, you'll be able to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. I also do want to remind you that our VR giveaway for the Apple Vision Pros end tonight. So if you want to enter for your chance to win, it's the fourth link in the description down below. I hope that earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.